Hello, friends in the vinyl and metal community. Marty's back for another round. It's been a little overdue. Sorry for the mess. The mess everywhere. It's still trying to recover from a Sterablot and doing taxes, which is always a happy, fun time. Speaking of a Sterablot, I just wanted to thank the people that came up to the Bindrune recordings table and made purchases. That was very nice of you. And also people that came up saying that they have been enjoying the videos I've been making, which is surprising to hear. It's nice, though. Thanks. It's been fun sharing music with you guys, talking about music. In the background, I don't know if I got this right side up, but it's Dark Space 2 slipcase. Got a glare. Pretty barren design, but it fits the music perfectly. French black metal from member of Passage Diver or Deheaver or however you say it. Very similar, very good. I've got a ton of albums, a ton of shit I've been buying, and I kind of want to go through it, but it's coming up to the point where I would just like to get through the metal vinyl collection so I can show the new stuff and then file it away and be done with it instead of having stuff stacked everywhere. But so I'm just going to plow through this. I got 15 more records for my collection I'd like to talk about. Well, or just run through anyway. Some of these aren't overly exciting or that rare, but, you know, they're old, they're classics. I dig them. Speaking of, Canada's Exciter Feel the Knife single, 3-song single. This really is the early Exciter, in my mind, is the best Exciter. With Beeler on vocals and drums. My favorite Exciter album, Long Live the Loud. I recently picked this up somewhere used after always having just a dub of it from my tape trading days. It's in rough shape. I got it at a record show, I think, but it sounds good. There's a collage. Of course, the inner sleeve is all torn to shit because this thing's old. Moving along. Exciter, Green is Good. Exciter. Exit 13, Green is Good. Sorry. This is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I don't know exactly where these guys are from. I do know it's got Bill from Relapse Records and Pat from Redstream Records in it. Pat on drums, Bill screaming. It's good stuff. Early Exit 13 is good. I like some of their stuff all the way through. It gets a little silly after a while. Not something I'm listening to a lot, but I do on occasion. This is a Bindrune Recordings release, Falls of Rauros with Believe in No Coming Shore. Put this out last year before with Nordvis. A couple different color variants. This color and color thing did not work out as good as I was hoping it would, but still nice, subtle look. Put this out in black and the white, gray swirl or color and color. Fantastic album, fantastic band, fantastic guys. These guys are great live. Just saw them in a Sterablot again, second time seeing them, drank with them. Shenanigans. Awesome band. You guys, if you are wondering, check them out on YouTube. Check out their Bandcamp. Check them out on the Bindrune Bandcamp. Order from the band. Order from me. Does not matter. Just check these guys out. If you're into that airy, woodsy black metal, these guys are great. A great American band. Up next, one of my favorite bands early on. Love these 3 records. Fates Warning, Night on Brocken. This is the Canadian Bonsai pressing with the Burning Witch color variant. in good shape. I got this used for $2.99 back in the day. Great shape. Such a great band, man. This early with John Arch, one of my all-time favorite power metal vocalists. Love his singing. You know, it's a little rough and underdeveloped on this album, but it's just good metal, good traditional American metal. Great album. Here's where they started to find themselves a bit more. Spectre Within. Love this album. It's on Enigma Metal Blade. Such a fantastic band. Lyrics, it's a printed inner sleeve, but I've got the LP out of the inner sleeve so it doesn't get all torn to shit. Great album. This is where they really started to hone their craft. John Arch has got a very busy vocal style. I say busy because the lyrics, he crams a lot of lyrics into the riffs. And so, you know, he's really stretching and reaching for those operatic highs. And sometimes seems a bit busy and crammed in, but love it. And speaking of love it, this is probably one of my top 5 all-time favorite albums, Awaken the Guardian. Sorry it's got the shrink on it still. It's kind of hard to see. This album is pure fucking magic, in my opinion. This thing is atmosphere. It's mystical. It's magical. It's well written. The songs have so much passion. It just flows from the grooves on this record. John Arch's vocals really came into, he really honed them into something special on this album. The songs are special. Printed inner sleeve. Fantastic. Top 5 album, man. It's right up there with Rust in Peace. And, you know, I could always be rewriting my top albums, but the top 5 are pretty sound. I'm not going to get into that now, but this is one of them. If you have not heard Awaken the Guardian, and you're into power metal, if you're not into power metal, you're into death metal and black metal, then by all means, you know, you might like it for the atmosphere, but not like the vocals. But, do yourself a favor and check that out. The first 3 albums are all great. Definitely give it some time. Let it grow on you. Next up is a split between Father Befouled and Hellcarax. Hellcarax, for me, started out as a really good death metal band from the U.S. Very Scandinavian sounding in performance and thickness of sound. But over the years, they've kind of lost the muse, man. This is good stuff. Their early stuff is really good stuff. Father Befouled, always been good. Basically, incantation inspired, bordering on worship, with a drum machine. Maybe the newer releases have a real drummer. I have followed them sporadically over the years, but this is a good split. And Inucleation Records. I don't even know if that's still a thing. It might be. There's an insert. I think it's just black vinyl. Good stuff. Is it essential? No. But I've acquired copies. I've got some in the distro if you guys are interested. I think they're still in the distro. Probably. Still some available if you would like one. Track one down. Click on the link that I will post below for the distro. Here is an early grindcore album on Earache. Early Earache release. Is this on Earache? Yes. This is Mosh 17. Filthy Christians, Mean. English, grind, punk, hybrid. Look at these good looking boys. You know, I listened to this album probably a month ago, just because it's been so long since I've heard it. And I still like it. You know, there's a song that was on a comp, Earache comp, that stands out from the rest of them. Pretty nostalgic, actually. But it's not, you know, again, not essential grind. Mosh 1, Accused, Return of Martha Splatterhead. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome to find? I have actually seen that in the flesh, and oddly enough, it was in Ian Christie's apartment in New York City way a long time ago, and I'm sure he had all this shit. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see and hold. Big Accused fan. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I'm rambling. It's been a while. I haven't talked to you guys. It's got to get it out. Next up, Forefather from England, Deep into Time. Twin brothers doing this project. And this project is fantastic. I mean, they're really melodic, folk-inspired black metal with very much into their English pride. I guess in that aspect they're National Socialists, but they're not the sketchy Nazi types. They're just very much into their past. And, whoa, record's falling out. Comes with a poster. An insert. And black vinyl. Super melodic. The main guy that writes this stuff, Wolfstan, I think? I don't know. I don't have it right in front of me, but what a riff monster, man. The guy is a fantastic riff writer. You know, the early stuff, the vocals to me and the drum machine really needed a little work, but the riffs were always been solid. This is a good album, though. You know, once you hit... You know, I've got all the stuff on CD. And, as they've gone on, the riffs get better and better and better. The albums get better and better and better. And if you have not heard Forefather, definitely check out albums like Steadfast and what's the other album? I can't remember I don't know. I can't remember right now. Drawing a blank. Next up from Quebec for the rest with Les Hivers du Norte Epoch. I don't know. I'm not French. I'm not going to pretend to be French. But this is some fantastic black metal from Quebec. Quebecois. I don't know how you say it. But these guys are definitely great. Only thing I have of theirs on vinyl. And actually, I don't have any other stuff on CD either. Stuff I've always had on my iPod but never owned. But I'm going to start changing that actually because it's all really good. Poster. Very cool. If I was into framing posters, I would probably frame this because it's sweet. I'm just more of a put it on the wall and stick tacks in it. Collectors! Why would I do that? Well, because I'm not flipping these records. These records are mine. They're going to be mine until I'm dead. And if I put a poster up, stick tacks in it, I don't fucking care, because it'll be my kids and my wife's to deal with when I'm dead. As grim as that sounds, it's all here for me to enjoy, and I try to keep good care of my shit, but if I hang up a poster, I'm putting a tack in it, just because I don't want to go spending a shit ton of money on posters, or poster frames. Next up, people have shown this. It's a really good album, Goat Moon. These guys are sketchballs, big time Nazi sketchballs, but man, they put out good music. I'm totally not into what they're selling, but buying their music, and I dig it. Good black metal, folk-inspired Finnish black metal, black vinyl. I think there's a poster, which obviously is not going to get hung up because it's just some guys wearing makeup. There you go. Good band. Love them or hate them. If you don't want to support what they're talking about, I can completely respect that. Completely respect that. But I'm a sucker for good albums, good music. I tend to look past a lot of bullshit in order to get good music. I think a lot of us in this genre are. We're so desensitized to the message, to the violence, to the anti-religious sentiments, and yeah, become desensitized. And moving on, more Finnish goodness. God Macabre with the Winter Long. This is a reissue by Relapse. And this is one of those albums that everybody has called a classic over the years, and I somehow missed out on this album the first time around. So I rectified that with the reissue, which Relapse has done a very nice job on. The record sounds good, it looks good, good design. I picked up a colored variant of some sort. It's like very cool looking black and gold. Very nice. Again, you don't buy records to look at them, you buy them to listen to, but sometimes I splurge and get something that looks pretty. Looks pretty spinning on my turntable. I'm not going to do that in front of you guys. I'll put this up. Next up, I don't know in the pressing world where this falls, but this is kind of cool. I don't know where I got this from, but I've had it for a very long time. My screensaver turned down. There we go. This is a double LP. It's on No Colors, I believe. This is Graveland, The Celtic Winter, and In the Glare of Burning Churches. Double LP. It's a gatefold. It's kind of cool. I don't know if I've seen anybody showing this off. Very cool insert. Black vinyl. And it comes with a booklet. Burnt Churches. Actually, I have Celtic Winter on CD, and this is the cover if I remember right. I could be wrong. Insert lyrics. Classic Graveland. Is this on No Colors? I don't know, it's limited to 500 copies. This quality vinyl is limited to 500 copies. I'm going to assume it's No Colors. Yep. This is the 9th No Colors release. Huh. It says No Colors 009/010. I don't know. I have it. I enjoy it. Haven't seen very many of them out there. Next up, and probably the last for this update, is... I should have grabbed more, but I'll try to do another update soon. Graveland, Thunderbolt of the Gods. Ultimately, it's a good album. It's not a great album. I prefer the stuff leading up to this better. But, you know, it still sounds like Graveland. It's still good. I think this is a colored vinyl, too. I don't remember. Yeah, white vinyl. But those are the only... I also have a Graveland 7-inch, but of 12-inch vinyl, that's all I have, because most of have all the other stuff on CD. And speaking of CDs, I'm probably going to start buying a lot more of them. In fact, I just bought a bunch from Hell's Headbangers the other day. And why am I doing that? Because records are expensive, and I've talked about this before, and I keep going back and forth. I love vinyl. I'll keep buying vinyl. But CDs are a lot more practical for me at this moment in time. And I just did something a little crazy and put in my notice at my job. Why would I do that? Well, I've been a screen printer at this company for 12 years, and it's time to move on. And by moving on, I'm going to be working out of home. I'm going to be working on Bindrune recordings and Eihwaz recordings as full-time as I can. And buying the remaining gear that I needed to finish setting up a print shop in my garage. I'm going to be printing primarily band merch. So if you are in a band and would like to get your shirts done on the cheap and done well, drop me a line through bindrune@charter.net. Let's talk. It's going to be a couple weeks before I'm up and running, but I've got 5 days left of my other job, and then I will be flying solo, which is a scary proposition. But that leads me back to CDs. Yes, I'm going to be buying more CDs instead of LPs, I think. because I want to continue to keep supporting music and hearing music because I can't stop, and I'm an addict and a collector scum, as I've noticed, as I've mentioned numerous times on these videos. But yes, you're looking for t-shirts, you're in a band and it's not a crazy design, hit me up. I've done shirts for a lot of bands over the years, from everything on Bindrune to other shit like Watain and Skyforger, and I don't know, there's a bunch. I'll hook you up, and that's it for this update. I might try to pound out another one this evening. We shall see. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching, everybody. You guys are great, and take care.